Instead of stepping out on faith, you stay stuck in your head, and before you know it, you've talked yourself out of something that could have changed your life. The mind is powerful, but it can either be your best friend or your worst enemy. When fear takes control, your mind starts working against you. It fills you with hesitation, uncertainty. It magnifies problems that don't exist and makes challenges seem bigger than they really are. But here's the thing, fear is a liar. It exaggerates, it distorts, and it keeps you from seeing what's possible. The longer you listen to it, the more you believe it, and the more you believe it, the more you'll stay exactly where you are. Worrying doesn't change anything, but action does. Too many people sit around stressing about what could go wrong instead of focusing on what they can do right now. They overthink, they hesitate, and they wait for the perfect moment. But the truth is, nothing moves until you do. Overthinking keeps you in your head, but action moves you forward. When you focus on taking action, you stop giving fear and doubt so much power. Instead of worrying about whether something will work out, you start figuring out how to make it work. Instead of replaying mistakes in your mind, you start learning from them and moving on. Action creates momentum, and momentum builds confidence. The more you do, the more you believe in yourself, and the more you believe in yourself, the less control fear has over you. A lot of people think they need motivation to take action, but the truth is, action creates motive. You don't wait until you feel inspired to start. You start, and then inspiration follows. Small steps lead to big results, but you'll never see progress if you stay stuck in overthinking. The most successful people aren't the ones who never feel fear or doubt. They're the ones who take action anyway. They don't wait until they have everything figured out. They start where they are and figure it out as they go. Every minute spent overthinking is a minute you could have spent building, growing, or moving forward. The longer you sit on an idea, the more likely you are to talk yourself out of it. But when you take action, even in small ways, you start proving to yourself that you're capable. You start seeing results, and those results push you to keep going. The only way to break free from the cycle of overthinking is to replace it with action. Stop worrying about what might go wrong and start focusing on what you can do right now. Every step forward, no matter how small, puts you closer to where you want to be. There's a reason why overthinking makes life feel so heavy. It's because you're trying to figure out things that aren't meant for you to carry alone. Some things are outside of your control for a reason. You weren't meant to have all the answers, and you weren't meant to map out every single detail of your future. That's not your job. Your job is to move forward with faith even when you don't have all the pieces. Too many people let doubt and worry take over their minds because they're afraid of uncertainty. They want to know exactly how everything will turn out before they take the first step. But life doesn't work like that. Sometimes you won't see the full picture until you start walking the path. Overthinking won't give you the answers that only experience can. The only way to truly know what's possible is to step out and see for yourself. Faith is the antidote to fear. When you trust that there's a plan bigger than what you can see, you stop feeling the need to control every detail. You stop letting fear dictate your decisions. You stop holding yourself back because of what ifs. Faith gives you the courage to act even when you don't have guarantees. It gives you the confidence to take risks even when you don't have every answer. Overthinking is exhausting because it's fueled by the need for certainty. But faith is freeing because it allows you to move forward without needing to see the whole staircase. When you believe that everything is working in your favor, even when you can't see how, you start making decisions based on possibility instead of fear. You stop focusing on problems and start looking for solutions. You stop hesitating and start moving. There will always be unknowns. There will always be moments when things don't make sense. But that's when faith matters most. Trusting in a bigger plan allows you to let go of unnecessary stress and focus on what's in front of you. It helps you shift from overthinking to action, from fear to confidence, from doubt to belief. Breakthroughs don't happen in your head. They happen when you move. Too many people spend their time thinking about what they want instead of going after it. They analyze, they hesitate, they wait for the perfect time, but the truth is the perfect time never comes. The only way to make progress is to take action, even when you don't feel ready. Overthinking is a trap. because it convinces you that you're doing something when you're really just stalling. You think you're preparing, but all you're doing is delaying. You think you're being cautious, but really you're letting fear hold you back. And the longer you stay in that cycle, the harder it is to break free. At some point, you have to decide that you're done waiting and start moving. Success isn't about having all the answers before you start. It's about learning as you go. The people who achieve their goals aren't the ones who never make mistakes. They're the ones who take action despite their doubts. They understand that failure isn't the end, it's just part of the process. Every step forward, even the small ones, brings you closer to where you want to be. The most dangerous thing about overthinking is that it makes you comfortable with inaction. You get so used to sitting in your thoughts that you forget what it feels like to take a risk. But nothing changes until you do. You don't build confidence by thinking about success. You build confidence by taking steps toward it. You don't create opportunities by waiting for the right moment. You create opportunities by moving forward even when you're unsure. Momentum is built through action. The more you move, the more doors open.